Okay, hello everyone. For today, I will discuss slope of a line. In this lesson, I will cover three things. Number one, what is the slope if the given is a graph? What is the slope if a given is a linear equation? And the third is what is the slope if the given are 2 points? Let's begin by defining slope. It is used to describe the measurement of steepness of a straight line. That is a slope. In different situations, slope may be referred to as incline, pitch, or gradient. And of course, slope is also described as a rate of change. Now let's begin with this one. Given a graph, what is the slope if the graph is given? First, we need to know or to understand this. So if it's ascending, that's a positive slope. If it's descending, that's a negative slope. If it's a horizontal line, that's a zero slope. If it's a vertical line, that's an undefined slope. So just remember these four pictures or illustrations. And because this is the first thing we need to know, is it a positive slope, a negative slope, undefined, or zero? Of course, if it's undefined, there's no need for us to solve that. And if it's a zero slope, like in this case, we're done. Okay? We already know that the slope is zero if it's a horizontal line. So let's begin with this one. Is this a positive slope or a negative slope? That is right. That is a positive slope. Then the next thing we will do here is we will connect or we will locate 2 points on the graph. Okay, as you can see, the formula in finding the slope is change in y over change in x. That's the formula. But we will not use the formula here. So the first thing we will do is locate a point or 2 points on this graph. And when I say 2 points, the coordinates of these 2 points should be integers. So I'm talking about that one because the coordinates of that are integers 4, 0. This one, the coordinates of that are negative 1 and 2. That is right. So let's name this as point A and let's name this as point B. So after we locate 2 points on the graph, the next thing we will do is draw a right triangle like this one. So the intersection of those two is point C. Let's name it as point C. Now we need to find the distance from point B to point C. How many units? That's 2. That is right. How about from point A to point C? That is 1. Okay. So now, as you can see in the formula, change in y, and our y here is number 2. Okay, that's the vertical distance. Here, that's our numerator. So that will be like this. So this will be our numerator, and number 1 is our denominator. So the answer is positive 2. Next, here, what is this? What is the sign of the slope? Is it a positive slope or a negative slope? That is right. It's descending, so therefore it has a negative slope. First or second, we need to locate any 2 points on the graph. Now these 2 points should have coordinates that are integers, and these are that one. So let's name that at point A as point A. Coordinates of that are 0 and negative 1. That's negative 3 and 1, right? Let's name that as point B. And then we need to draw a right triangle like this. And let's name the intersection as point C. And of course, we need to know the distance from point B to point C. That is 2, right? And from point A to point C, that is positive 3. Now the vertical distance will be in the numerator, and our horizontal distance will be in our denominator. And you notice I put a negative sign here because we know that this line has a negative slope. So what's the final answer? Negative 2/3. Okay, that's right. Now, what if the given is a linear equation, like in this case? In this case. Okay, just to let you know, we need to transform, or we simply need to transform the equation into y equals mx plus b. Because if we were able to do that, we can easily locate the slope. the numerical coefficient of x. So let's say we have y equals 2x minus 1. What is the slope? That's 2. Let's say y equals x over 2 plus 5. What is the slope? It's 1 half. What if we have y equals 5x over 4 minus 3? What is the slope? Let's say negative. So that would be negative 5 over 4. Okay, but of course, not all equations are already in that form. That's why we need to transform, like in this case. So we have 2y over 3 minus x equals 5, right? We need to convert that or transform that into y equals mx plus b. So how are we going to do that? First, we need to okay, we need to transform that into this form. Okay, I will rewrite the problem. Okay, so we need to make this a lot simpler. So what I will do is I will multiply both sides by 3. So we will cross that out. This will be 2y minus 3x equals 15. Okay, so it's not in this. So 2y, now we have 2y minus 3x equals 15. It's still not in the form of y equals mx plus b. So let's see, let's add 3x on both sides. Okay, we cross that out. So this will be 2y equals 3x plus 15. Of course, we cannot add those two. Our objective is to separate x and y on both sides of the equation, and we were able to do that here. Y is on the left side, x is on the right side. But sometimes x is on the left side, y is on the right side. It doesn't matter. We need to separate them. In between them should be equal sign, and that's what we did here. And the second condition is our y should just be y. Okay, but here we have 2 beside y, which is the numerical coefficient of y, of course. We need to get rid of that. And how are we going to do that? We will divide each term by 2. So now we have this. And what is the slope? So focus on the term with x, and whatever the numerical coefficient of x, that is our slope. Okay? Let me give you another example. Okay, here. Negative 4y plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. So we need to separate these two, right? This negative 4y and 2x, they should be separated by equal sign, right? And they on the same side. So what I will do here is, let's say, I will just add 4y on both sides. So this is a possibility that y is on the left side. Okay. Now they are separated, right? But the y should just be y. We have a 4 here, so we need to get rid of that by dividing each term by 4. So we cross that out. This will be 2x over 4 minus 3 over 4. So now we separated the x and y, and the y is just y, right? So now we can clearly see the slope, and that is this one. So that's 2 over 4. We can simplify that. That is 1 half. That's our slope. Okay. Now, what if the given are 2 points? Let's use this formula. Now, there's a variation of this formula. We can also use y1 or y sub 1 minus y sub 2 over x sub 1 minus x sub 2. Okay? First thing we need to do, of course, is to label the coordinates. Okay, so let's say this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, y2. Okay, of course, the formula for the slope is m equals y2 minus y1 over we can also use this one if you want. I will use both, so you will see that we can either of these two will do. Okay, we can use this two. We will be able to come up with the same answer. So y2, what's our y sub 2? That's negative 3. What's our y1? That's 12. So minus 12 over negative 7 minus negative 4. Negative 3 minus 12, of course, is negative 15. Both are negative. This will be negative 7 plus 4. So now we have negative 15 over negative 3, which is equal to 5. Now, what if we use this formula? Will it still be 5? Let's check. 12 minus negative 3 over negative 4 minus negative 7. So this is 12 plus 3 over negative 4 plus 7. Negative, negative will result into a positive, right? Negative, 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 negative. So this is 15 over. They have different signs, so you will subtract them. That's positive 3. There you go. The answer is 5. Okay, any of this formula will do. Okay, let's go to the last example. Again, the first step is we need to label the numbers. Okay, this is our formula. This time I will use only one. What's our y sub 2? 11 minus 1 over 3 minus negative 2. What's 11 minus 1? That's right, it's 10. So this is 3 plus 2. So that's 10 over 5, right? 3 plus 2 is 5. That is equal to 2. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something.